Hello, everybody. Today we're just gonna be playing it super cool here and looking at our Pokemon Islands. So let's get the game capture on. Anyway, let's get that going. Got our sleepy sleeps. Let's get the camera on. Do we exist? Here we go. Okay. Cool. So we're just gonna have a lazy Pokemon morning. Got a different outfit on the last time. A different sport. We are on day 4 of near stroke recovery. The measuring everything about every 2 hours and taking tens and tens of pills is starting to be draining. See, last time we moved here, because we kind of neglected everything. So, what is the withering place? Oh, we're down to an 8. We used to have this up at a 9, and just kind of abandoned. Okay, so we're gonna have to come back here, rehouse some people. Most likely. Okay, so we got 4 people that are average. That's doable. Oh, we're still in the middle of Sableye Fest here, so what do we got on the game? I have everybody. Well, we'll go through this in a bit. But I've been trying to work out my own full island thing here. I had to make a bread oven for some reason. For some reason, I didn't have a recipe for a bread oven. I needed this with so yeah, haven't done much work in the initial stage withering ways here, but let's head on over to Calatown, where we've been doing most of our work. Anyway, GoFundMe and Patreon are still up in the chat. The bills just came in overnight for the $4,256 that I owe to the wonderful people at Baypack Hospital. They're excellent, they're top of the game. But yeah, it's a lot of money, so any little bit helps. So if you can, either avenue is super helpful. Okay, so I've arrived home. I need to figure out what to put in here. So, chat, you know what goes into some glamping here? I'm in that new Sableye tent. Okay, so I put my base here in the Sableye tent because we got some of the new stuff from the event. We got our little camera, we got our little sleeping bed, we got our chair, our working cooking pot. Do I have any water? I do have water. Okay, so let's make potatoes. So yeah, you can totally cook right on the little adventure pot there. got some. So, got that. This is from the last side, the top left side. And then this spawned another one. And I think this spawned another one. This is what you have to do to spawn the Sableye. So you need a treasure, a map, and a backpack. So this is what I've been doing most of the time here in Palatown, is making all the different environments in kind of like this grand underground kind of museum. Also, here I have a production facility. How you doing? Thank you, Make Bruce. So yeah, I'm just leaving piles of stuff here, folks to work on. He's working on some birds for me. We got some limestone. We got 2 limestone things going on. So if we're like big in construction, we can really ramp that up. Got some stuff in here. Looks like you guys are going to town. Have fun. So I still haven't worked out quite how to work the community room, but if you keep it down to their within their environmental bubble. Okay, so you see I have house, no house. So house is highlighted. You're in a house. You can press down on the R button, and you can get this white outline. As long as that community box is within the white outline, the Pokemon will drop stuff there, work on stuff there. It's a good drop all stuff, but it has to be within that white outline. So, and that's just by pressing your R button. But we're going to need that because we're going to go back to the island soon. Okay, so I have all my environments here. I want to have like a big like gift shop / Starbucks sort of thing in here. I haven't figured out what I want to do here. This is the entry. We have the main entry from Palatown. Because folks, when I first opened up Palatown, I just kind of dumped stuff there. And, like, knowing now, like, that was the wrong way to do it. So, like, this is kind of the remnants of my last attempt here, Palatown. So if you notice, everything is in, like, 3x3 squares. I set up every environment in a 3x3 square, but with only, like, 1 square in between. And, like, it made it chaos. Made it absolute chaos. I gotta be careful with harvesting wheat here on this, because I accidentally nuked my edges over here. Hi, Pika. They're getting along pretty good. That creepy bird is... Okay, so these things are pretty separate. More decorations. That's okay. So, like, I've been disassembling the remnants of everything here. So to move them back into the underground here. I also have this cafe I've been working at. I once again disassembled all this and moved it underground. So like I need to rebuild the cafe here, and of course that's built right on the edge of our monument that allows us to actually get ice in this horrible, horrible game. I'm joking, it's not appropriate. Just, there is one place for ice in the main game until you start doing Odd Island, and it's in here. It is in Palatown. So if you go behind the giant monument in Palatown, that's where you get the ice cave. And that's how you're going to build your legendary monuments and stuff. Is you're going to have to go into the ice cave here in Palatown and search some stuff out. And for me, it's in behind the waterfall. I can't remember if it was dry or not again. I think it was dry today. Yeah. So you start there, and you'll have to go there. So I was building out a giant cafe thing here. I need to get rid of all the holes and stuff. Which that also took me the longest time to figure out is how to work with the underground electricity stuff. But we're working that one out. This was my original workshop setup. And then as I disassembled the main island here, I had to make apartments for the Pokemon that I was getting rid of, so like it is very haphazard construction. It's basically New York apartments. So here we go. We got the front of the building. We got our elevator. And this is where I put all the sky stuff, because unfortunately there's just a small smattering of environments that have to be high. So as long as you get that little wind gift, ooh, I got a little buddy. You can get a sky environment. Oh, you're a big buddy. Kilowattrel. So you seem like a Sparky buddy. Let's see what does Kilowattrel do. Uses its throat sac to store electricity generated by its wings. These hardly any oil in its feathers, so it's a poor swimmer. I mean, also it's electrical, so swimming as an electric type seems dangerous to me. But yeah, you need to tell me about this wing throat sac sort of thing happening. I assume that it just generates electricity through friction, and then like it stores it somehow in its throat. We got our Charizard thing, which was very expensive. Like, getting this fruit basket is a pain in the butt. Yeah. So, we've got, these are all our sky things. Oh, we've got farms going on. So we've built some push button farming. So all we gotta do for our push button farming, we'll show it in all the other action later. push the button, wait until all the land below it dries out. As you see, it'll go to that light can over there instead of that dark can. And then just, yep, kind of. Then we push a button, and then it adds water back into our system. And we have luscious tomatoes that just float down to the front. So you can just maneuver the whole thing up. And we're done farming for the day. So these push button systems are great. I forget the user's name that described them, but they're on YouTube. They have a lot of cool automated systems that they're working on. So this one is great. They also have one for trees, which I'm having a little bit of an issue with. And I think it's just how I built it and set it. But we'll see that on the island. So let's get on our platform and get our bird and all that here. And I believe it reloads with somebody, so we have an open. Yeah, having everything right here. Hey guys, come on down. What's up, bud? There's also a channel that I found on YouTube that is learning Japanese via Popopia, which I think is really great because it is very simple dialogue trees, so you can pick up on a lot. And like it's not always, some characters are formal, like Blinky-Chew is very formal speech, but some of them are more casual speech, so you'll pick up on a little bit here and there. For Japanese, I really should actually prepare like a list of but yeah, that's on YouTube as well, which I found very useful with all Japanese lessons. So just doing a little housekeeping here. As you see, this has been kind of an emergency environment. So, the basics, you get a 3x3 square with one wall, one door, you get the cheapest available, you get a straw bed, straw stool, basic table, whether it's a straw table or a log table, and a gate. And that'll hold 4 Pokemon. You do generally want to put a toy and a decoration in there too. I did this last go really fast. Then you too can have just a little Jigglypuff. Sweet flavor. I don't think I have a sweet flavor. Do I have a lava berry? I don't think I have a sweet flavored food. Oh no, I have a lump of celery. What's up, Jigglypuff? Cool. Now these buds. Okay, I wanted to go to the back half of the giant Omniplex that I'm working on here now. So if you notice, these are a little irregular. So I'm actually moving my farms. I want to move them to the back patio of the mountain here. So I've mapped out a roof patio here that I'm going to just make a farm patio. Cool. Okay, this is the back side of our wonderful Museum of Environments. As you can see, got room for building up here. I have a rear entrance for the beach side of the island, and for the from the third island, if you can see in the distance, I have the temple complex on the third island, and like electrical complex is on the top. So I need to integrate the electrical complex into the main room still, and I have this back entrance. And within this back entrance, I also have a pathway down to the kind of secret mine on Palatown Island. So below the main cave that was almost all copper, there's this deeper mine area. So I just walled off kind of a lower mine area here to work on later with stuff as you go. So I found that mine area, and now I'm going to just keep that as an underground entrance within the complex. And over here I have my kitchen. So I generally keep all my foodstuffs up in here. I should have put these leaves in here. I keep leaves in two sort of environments. So I have my bread oven, my pot, and then my cutting board. So this is all my cooking area. We haven't furred out the actual walls yet. You notice I kind of just build with leftover scrap soil, since you have so much of it, and then like fill back in with lighting and electricity and all the windows and the actual specific materials. So that's all infill that's coming back. This is my main craft station. We've got it set up with the kind of quad storage solution, because anything touching the craft table can be automatically used in the craft table. So we got our utility stuff, like our ingots and stuff here. We have our refined materials here, so we're going to actually dump some of that. And then this is a little bit arbitrary. So this is unrefined, non-organic. Seashell's debatable as a non-organic, but we've got non-refined. We'll grab some of our red crystals out of here because we have that stable event. And then our organics. Oh. Like, I should actually put the stone in the non-organic. So as you can see, we're working up on a lot of things here. that extra stuff. You do want to carry some of the like raw stuff because you're going to be taking it to other folks to do stuff. But like, we don't need all these Pokemon fragments. I'm actually going to just leave one in here. Actually, no, not with Pokemon fragments. Because those are unnecessary for most times. Anyway, so that's the crafts table. And why I was having a pause is that this is cold storage. So we got our berries, our food, plants, seeds, trees and bushes, environments. And they're just all stacked, so like raw goods, we're gonna actually put a ton of raw goods back. See, we only need. And then this is refined. And then I put all like windows and doors together. But here's so we've got a lot of metal. And the easiest way to go between these things is you can actually just push button on your A pad and it'll go up and down between things that you want. So, like I said, we're going to hold on to our red crystals. We got our paints. So we got primary colors, secondary colors, whites and blacks, stairways and paths. Then we got railings. So dump some stairways. Consider ladders, stairways. Some say they go all the way ahead. So we got toys. So if you hit the minus key, you can see what types things are. So like technically the shield build also is a decoration type. So we have decorations, but we're going to put this shield fossil in with fossils. So we've got room to expand here. We've got other non-categorizable. We've got infrastructure. We've got all our Pokemon CDs. We've got relaxation. We've got house goods. Lighting. Now a lot of lighting is categorized under decoration. I put all lighting and electrical under here. So, including the transmitters and stuff go all under lighting. And here we have refined blocks, so ones that you have to build, like your marble or your neon or your specific roadways. Basically, any block that's considered a roadway. You can throw on that one. And then here, drop anything that has stone in the name. Stone and rock. Of course, you get a ton from excavation. So, like, I'm not really building here right now. So grass and soils. Like I did throw an ordinary sand in there. Which probably take that one back. But I can't put mosses stuff in there. So let's put mosses. Okay, and then this lower one is one's like sand and limestone and glow rocks and things like that. Things that can actually be manufactured into other things. So that clears us off for now. We kept some stones because we're going to do some construction later. So yeah, so this is cold storage. Hey babe, what's up? We're just running through Pokopia. This is our kind of omni-complex in Palatown. And we're just kind of running through the paces here before we jump to our island. Another part of running through the paces is to hit up all of these environments. This is how you're going to get all your different types of water. Whether it's basic, this is the Rosada tea, so that gives us the hot spring. So you're going to get your lava from here with some chili sauce. Moon Milk gives you the kind of dirty water, which is really great for your farming systems. And Soda Pop is your ocean water. So we run through those, hit those up. We already hit our farm, so I think we are actually ready to go. Oh no, I should preload these before So we already preloaded our limestone. But we can drop some iron ore here. We can drop some sand here. And I actually need to grab some more copper and stuff. Got those running. These guys are hitting it on the mini bats, so we're going to just leave them go. We are done with our Omni thing, so I think now we go to the main island. So we're going to hit up the island. Now I'm told you can move your Pokemon centers once you've placed them. But I don't know where I want this guy to go. Oh yeah, somebody wanted machine here. They will just stare at the machines, TVs and stuff. Okay, so let's trade some of our junk rock for some stuff. Okay, so we got some planters, a laptop. Don't think I need a planter. I do want to keep some up. Mostly, they always have a Pokemon or a rare Pokemon here. This is a good way to dump a lot of your rock. So yeah, we just dump a lot of scrap rock and get something useful. And there's also also a machine here too if you haven't built up machines yet. Okay. So what is up, chat? What do we want to see? Our Pokopia here. Let's see. Did we do any challenges? We did some basic challenges. We've done so many challenges that like there's not a lot to do per day. And we're gonna rail through most of those real fast. Definitely we always get the construction. I don't think I need to actually purchase Rare Pokemon today. But that's nice to see that that's populated for today. We want Link Play. So we're going to our personal Cloud Island. Not posting the Cloud Island yet because like it's not really too much set up for visitors. But we can post that for a future one, definitely. So you get a randomly populated Cloud Island per game here. You can destroy the Cloud Island and start over again, which I had to do. Because that's where I worked out a lot of my farming issues and like how I want to set up the environment. So cool beats. We've arrived on our Cloud Island. We have our Pokemon Center, we have our Pokemart, and we have our special little building here, which we'll get into in a second. We've got kind of a little town square, and you notice we're working on the Giant Capital project, and this is our Jurassic Park project. So, as you see, I've been outlining things. This is going to be our main duty do for today. What you want, buddy? Oh, Whopper. See? I just absolutely insane you. I don't think I have any. Anyway, let's do our check-in at the Poke Center. Get our badge for the day. Ooh, a Tangela. That's a lot of guys going down to Iffy. I need to do some meet and greets. So most of my guys should be average. Okay, so challenges, big challenges. Visit Dream Island. I'm on a Dream Island. Let's see. 20 metal. Okay, so that's on premium. I haven't got an Iron Pipe recipe yet. That seems like a mistake. Okay. So behind our giant center walls here, this is how I wanted the floor grid to be. So you got a 2x path, and then you have your environments, and most of them are 2x2, but then they kind of branch out as you go. So we have all of our environments. I got a Pokemon CD playing somewhere. So we have our environments. We got this guy. I do need to replace these with the underground. Oh, we've got our notes. Our cozy, cutesy environments. We've got our bass guitar stuff. So on the Cloud Island, when I released that, I have all the environments here and very easy to find, order, and they're all organized basically by the list. Here's our Sableye environment and our specials. We've got a little bit of room here. Of course, it can expand individually this way. We also need to get you, Mister, into a palace. But let's give you... I forget which one does what. So let's put a bread on the offering plate. Okay, so that'll help with our iffy part. So alongside here, we have our actual push button farmer for the island. If you notice, I put down some cement block. It just helps with the farming. That's what I want to do on the main. So we just push our buttons. And then the time it takes to go back and forth, it does. Gotta come up front and maneuver all the veggies. So we're done farming. Our veggies go back behind here to our greenhouse, which I do need to readjust. This one has a full auto farming. So this one we use the lava in order to dry it out and auto farm. But I believe I have the lava thing too short, so they're not populating as frequently on those. So supplementary until I figure out that I have a little orchard of all of our berries. get at least 3 berries a day per tree. Okay, so that's kind of our monument. We're building environments back here. So like the big push on the island today is to make work on our giant entry and start building out microenvironments. So notice here I've got kind of our Bulbasaur, Venusaur, Ivysaur group, which I do have to move Bulbasaur in here because he was doing that jump rope thing and he would not move into the environment here. And then this is our Squirtle squad. So we got all of our Squirtles and their little guys in our little Squirtle spot. And once again, this is within that white outline square. So if you notice that you drop a thing and then you can do the outline. Stairs. So we got the Squirtle squad there. Alright, let's get Bulbasaur in here. While we're at it. Because we gotta clean the pens too. So this is the amount of pens you need to have every Pokemon. So we've got 2 stories. And a 1, 2. So yeah, what? 7 by 8 pen design. So it's a lot of pens. But that has been enough to house every Pokemon. So you put your basic 3 in there, drop a decoration, drop a toy, and you can get your Pokemon off the floor. Because the most important thing that you learn accidentally at the beginning of the game is that you have to get your Pokemon out of their spawning environments as soon as possible. Because other Pokemon will spawn in the same environment. So the sooner you can get them in housing and out of those spawning environments, the sooner you can start maxing your Pokemon. Nobody's been using the Humanity Chest, but we've got more Pokemetal, Harvest here. And like right now, this is fine here, but this is going to go in a building when we reorganize our Pokemon apartments. Because as you see here, you got your basic 3, you got a decoration, and you got a toy. That's all you need to keep Pokemon happy enough to like really level up really fast. And then you can do this. It helps if you put like types together, but I was too lazy. I was just building these out and trying to populate them as fast as Pokemon were spawning. It's a little haphazard. walk up and down the aisles. Do a little swivel maneuver. And just kind of gather for the day. Okay, actually, it's tough to use. Ah, that's right, I need lots of berries. Which I need something with a crush. Can I? Yeah, I need to find out crush. Do you have crush? I can't remember. That's my YouTube. Good question. Also, we wanted Bulbasaur, right? So, if you ever need a Pokemon and they're not spawned, a little bit of how you send them right. Hey guys! Do I have a grappler? Anybody? Let's remind ourselves what a crackling is. So all in this area, you'll need brush. Okay, so we got our Onixes, our Dino Boys, and Magnetar. Do I have... Did we run into a Magnetar? The important thing to get Bulbasaur back into the evolved environment. Sorry about that. Let's touch on. Cool, so now we've got all our Bulbasaurs. our little family diner here. Sometimes Pokemon turn this into a little cash register. But secretly, this is our underground lair. So this is a bit more furred out, with lighting and everything. So once again, same setup. With their different layouts here. Do I have any red already? No, I just have yellow. Crap, it's getting berries. And over here is our craft bench with the same 4x system. And we have our kitchen set up. We have our little drift room set up over there. So yeah, this is kind of our little underground workshop. Stuck inside of like So yeah, let's get a crush guy. Just to our max 10. It'll come back. So let it make. So yeah, so this is our island so far. We've got our main complexes all lined up here. We're going to set up the entry to kind of our Pokemon Wilds village. Oh, our elevated stuff is up here. Which honestly, let's see if we can get rid of those wires right now. Because we have our electrical plant right back here. And then, of course, our temple right there. So we've got all our elevated things. And so we've got a little highlight and our thing for Charizard in the distance. Time my way down here. But our problem is here with the lighting, so we need to do some lighting. I think I need to go buy electrical. I need to go buy electrical. That's why if I have any luck in electrical. We have a transmitter left. But I don't think we have a generator, so we're gonna go get some generators. Yeah, let's grab that. Over there. Let's set off that way. But yeah, we need to make some electrical generators. Let's get a good set of 10. You never know. We got 9s. Let's do that. So now we're good. Okay. I believe one of the things was to set up fireworks. Let's fix up our electrical issue right now. So before we had our resource pool here, we need to get electrical up to these little spotlights. So we pulled it from one of the generators down there. But now, got a little space. So we are going to do some busting. So we drop the generator. Then we drop the wireless. Then we cover that back up with soil. Okay, so this is kind of the issue. You have to disconnect the grid from where it was before. All you gotta do is go back in. Grab our generator box back. There we go. Now we're lighted again. But yeah, that's always the problem when you are trying to repair systems. You have to bust them first. And I always keep forgetting that. So it'll look like you didn't do anything. And now we can get rid of all these nasty little holes. Like similarly, let's fix this situation up right here. Let's put a generator. Then just put these down into my quick. Two down, two across. Generator. Let's just double check, make sure that we got our lights on. Lights are on. There we grab them. Cool. So yeah, so everything's working in the Pokemon. So now we got the Pokemon powered up without using any of those ugly stanchions. And then, ostensibly, that's supposed to reach here. But also, I'm going to just go down. Middle here, and set up one specifically for right, you guys set up two. Because that'll electrify the front half. But we should be able to electrify the back half as well. So let's hiding in that corner. And now we got coverage for the whole stage. So we've got all that electrified, ready to go, without having to worry about connecting back. But here I had nothing electrical. So what we have here is one is getting residual electrical, the other one is just out of range or whatever. This is getting residual electrical from somewhere else. Probably just from the plant itself. Like if you're running plants, like this is a good way to use up a lot of excess materials as well. This guy should be close enough there. You can just run. One. Very left right here. Very left. extra power generation that we don't really need. I forget where this was going. It was just a little light. Coverage. So that was just an excessive one. Let's then don't need stuff to smelter. Because this is a trick, right? This is now I gotta like. Well, let's power in here. So it looks like I had a whole system here that needed to be powered up. Still just do 10 at a time. I think we'll be going on this tangent. Now you don't need to be putting a mini generator in every time. But like they do produce such a short range of power that, especially here, with kind of the limited availability of everything, we're just playing it safe, making sure. That guy's power. See, the power is right there, so you might be able to get away with it. Just the one. Because that covers. That comes all the way to here, so that'll cover these guys. Okay, so these guys are covered. We're gonna have a lot all over here. Box won't feel like the fact? No. What the heck? Is this easy? Okay, we're just gonna drop the generator. Oh, it's connecting back to there. We don't want it. This should get that's just power. So that's power. Power. again, I can probably get by with just the other one, the transmitter switch, but we're gonna make sure it's the power. This guy's just... So yeah, if we're not fucking metal 4, let's just go for it. Like, I'm doing way overkill by putting the transmitters with every inch of everything. So that's on. That's on. This one's off. This one's off. Yeah, that's me. Okay. So it's off. Still would be power. Electricity. Oh, I know. It's like you literally have a full ass burner generator right there, but these things are just so damn cool. Powered back up. That's powered back up. And I think we've dewired our place. Cool, yay! We've dewired our area. And I sucked it along. Hide and go seek time. No, it's love. will block me. Okay, anyway, we need to go back to our original problem here. And find our crusher guy. Hey, bud. Thank you, I needed it. Okay. Here's our painting guy. Paint something for me. Some of these club balls, red. They don't look this good. This is a situation. What looks good painted red? That looks a lot better red, but the ball's gonna be. Okay. Because my problem here is I need red for the upper half. But the cloth is not gonna do it, so maybe I just do some basic plaster. Okay, now let's go paint some plaster. Where did you go? You horse little dog? It's too light. Looks too light. Yeah, we're just gonna go all Pokeball with it. I'm just gonna go all Pokeball with it. Call it a day. think that's how it works. I still don't like the balls in there. I think I need to find another thing to make a deep red. But that's kind of what we're going for here. That's going to be our cookie part. So I need to do some experimenting on what is the best red object here. So that's gonna be our entrance. Our entrance to Poké Park. I also think maybe I want to make it a little tall. It's pretty impressive. But I might want to make it a little higher. I don't know. What do you think? So we're on our way to building out Poké Park. I think that's where we're gonna end the stream for this evening. I hope everybody has a great day. If you can help out,